Moore machine. What is Moore machine? We understand it. Finite automata with output, or we can say collection of 6 things or 6 tuples. Q as a set of states. Alphabet is same here. Here delta, this is also delta, this is lambda, and this is Q naught as a initial state. This is same as finite automata. So what is that delta? A set of output, or we can say printable characters. And this lambda, what is this? What should we print for some combination? What should we print for some combination? And this delta here, where to go for a particular combination. Suppose we have this Moore machine in which we have Q naught. For 0 transition we are moving to Q1, and for 1 transition we are moving to Q2, and for Q1 0 transition is on Q1, and for 1 transition it is going to Q3, and Q2 for 0 transition is going to Q naught, and for 1 transition it is going to Q1, and Q3 for 0 transition it is on Q3, and for 1 transition it is going to Q2. Suppose we have this Moore machine. So what is the difference between FA and Moore? Finite automata have final states, but in Moore machine there is no need of final state. But in Moore machine there is no need of final state. Suppose we have this string. So what will be the output of this string? One important thing here before going to move to the output of that string. In Moore machine we always get a extra input number which is in the start state, or we can say in initial state. So what is initial state? Q naught as initial state, and what we have in initial state, this is an extra input. This is an extra output we will get in our output in every string. So what will the output of this string? So first we write it whatever we have at initial state. So we write it here 1. So after that 1, where we are moving from Q naught to 1, we are moving from Q naught to 1, then we will reach on Q2. So what we have in Q2? We have 0. So what we will write here? 0. Instead of that one, what we will write here? 0. So these are 2 bits. One is the starting state, and for one string from Q naught to 1 we are moving to the Q naught, and what we are getting for that? We are getting 0. Now from Q2 to 1, because another string is 1, so from Q2 to 1 where we are getting? We are moving to Q1. From Q2 to 1, so where we are reaching? Q1. So what we are getting on Q1? 1. So again for this one, what we will write here? 1. For this one, what we will write here? 1. Then again from Q1 to 0, where we are reaching on Q1. So what we are getting? 1. So again for that 0 we will write this 1. Again for this 0 we will write 1. Then again from Q1 to 1, then where we are reaching? Q3. Then what we are getting for this one? 1. This one again. Then again from Q3 to 0, where we are reaching? We are reaching on Q3. Then what we are getting here? 1. So we will write here 1. For this 0 also we are getting 1. Then again from Q3 to 1, where we are reaching? Q2. Then what we are getting? 0. Then we will write here 0. So in that way we are getting the output of the string, which is this, and in which we are getting a one extra bit which is in our start state. So this is the output for that string. And now I am going to tell you how we are defining that lambda theoretically. For 0 and 1 output, for Q naught, from this diagram, from Q naught for 0 where we are reaching? Q1, and from Q naught to 1 where we are reaching? Q2, and this is the lambda. Whatever we are having here, this is the lambda value. So from Q naught what we have? 1. So we will write here 1, or we can write like Q naught oblique 1. For Q1 to 0, Q1 to 1, Q1 to 1, Q3. And what we are having in Q1? 1. This is the lambda value, Q1 oblique 1. For Q2 to 0, where we are reaching? Q naught. And Q2 to 1, where we are reaching? Q1. And what we are having on Q2? 0. Then we will write 0 here. Q3 to 0 on Q3 only, and Q3 1, where we are reaching? Q2. So we will write here q2. And what we are having in q3? 1. So we will write 1 here, q3 oblique 1. So in that way we can define the lambda value. So this is the Moore machine. So how it works and how we are finding the output for a particular string.